Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and I just had a very quick and simple idea for a video. That's why it's going to be a lot of it won't be very long, this video, but this is to do with Sub-Zero and Geras specifically. So Geras has this move where he pulls out a sand clone, right? And you can do it at all different distances. You can do it close, you can do it medium, and you can do it far, right? Now, granted, in previous NOS games, Sub-Zero had a move called an Ice Clone. Now, the Ice Clone in previous games was very, very good, right? And Sub-Zero in MK9, when he would do specific moves, like downfall or something, like he'd do downfall Ice Clone. Well, in this case he did a freeze, right? He does downfall Ice Clone, and the Ice Clone would be specifically in this formation. When he does a clone, it will be specifically in the downfall formation, right? Or if he does it out of like back one, it will be like stuck in that animation. So that's how it was in MK9. If you guys don't believe me, there's plenty of proof on YouTube, other videos. You can go watch some old videos, competitions of Tom Brady playing Sub-Zero, plenty of examples of it. Then you have MKX, and they said, well, Ice Clone is too good, and it shouldn't be able to like have these ridiculous hitboxes like this, right? And so they said, okay, he can still do the Ice Clone, but every time he does it, he has the same shape, right? Sorry about that. And in MKX, it had the same shape every single time, no matter how you did it. And this was deemed really strong for Sub-Zero. It's probably his best variation, besides Cryomancer. Cryomancer was not too bad either. Right, and then they said, you know what, Ice Clone is too good in MKX, let's just get rid of it in MK11. And don't give me this rubbish about Arctic Trap, because that shit does not even work anymore. It doesn't work with any character. Giving Sub-Zero an Ice Clone in this game would do so much for him. If you get rid of his overhead and just make it like a 13 frame mid, right? That way his amplified ice ball is for purely anti-zoning, right? And let's just get back to the clone. That's what I'm going to do. And so I'd have it like MKX, where as long as like you do the Ice Clone, it will stay the same shape, right? So it will always have the same shape when you do the Ice Clone. Granted, unlike Geras, compared the Ice Clone to Geras' Sand Clone, right? Geras' Sand Clone, if you you can't get nothing will happen if you're like in it, right? Nothing will happen until you amplify it. So granted, I get that the Ice Clone is better in that situation alone. And not to mention, the Ice Clone actually absorbs one projectile. Whereas the Sand Clone, it does not absorb anything. It does not freeze the opponent in time, it doesn't absorb projectiles, it doesn't do anything like that, right? But my idea for Sub-Zero having an Ice Clone in this game is it would have just as much recovery as Geras' Sand Clone, if not maybe a little bit more, because the move is going to be a lot more powerful than the Sand Clone is, right? So I'll show you this example here. So character. If I don't know why I did that. Oh my god, I whiffed from there. Right, if I do Sand Clone, I can literally, like after a poke, it's clearly punishable, right? Granted, he can also do downfall into a sand trap as well to stop you from punishing straight away, but Sub-Zero would have the same mind game with the slide, because the slide is that much faster, right? So then you have the Ice Clone, right? It has the same startup and maybe a few more recovery frames than the Sand Clone does. Absorbs one projectile, and if you get hit by this Ice Clone, you get frozen. Now, as you guys know, the Sand Clone for Geras takes no meter, right, to call it out. When Sub-Zero does his Ice Clone, it will automatically take one defensive and one offensive meter when the Ice Clone is done. Instantly, you'll drain your meter straight away when you do it. This is the same principle as Kung Lao's orbiting hat, so don't tell me that they cannot do this in this game. They could totally do it, right? And then it's more punishable than the Sand Clone, but you have to remember the Ice Clone, once it's out, it's out. So it will do the whole lot of things. It will freeze the opponent, it will absorb projectiles, takes one offensive and one defensive meter and make it a 2-slot move. That will even out the balance for Sub-Zero, rather than lazy design by NRS Studios, who said, hey, let's just give him an overhead, which is clearly 19 frames. I don't know why I said 12. A 19 frame overhead and a 13 frame low, and let him mix for his life. That is lazy design, right? And they gave him an amplified ice ball for the pure fact that he could mix, not for the fact that he could anti-zone with it, right? So now amplified ice ball would be a 1-slot move that will just be pure anti-zoning, takes out all projectiles, freezes the opponent. And then you would have Ice Clone, which takes up 2 slots, 1 offensive, 1 defensive gauge when used, absorbs 1 projectile and freezes the opponent, and obviously has damage scaling like the Ice Ball. Then you have a move that makes Sub-Zero a unique character in this game, because every character in this game can rush down, but not many characters have defensive players, and this would make Sub-Zero a very defensive based character. So anyways, that was just my 2 cents and thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Just a quick thought I had in my mind. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hope to see you guys next time.